Nobody tells you how hard it is to go off grid. It's a romantically cool notion. We all like the idea of being completely independent. We love the idea of being zombie apocalypse resistant and riding out the next COVID lockdown with ease. But the reality is it's damn difficult to set things up. Going off grid is not just about power. It's not just about putting some solar panels up. You have to ask yourself some questions. Can you grow your own food? Where's your sewage going to go? You can't do it all at once. There's just too much to think about. So we like to utilize the zombie apocalypse as some kind of prioritization tool. What would you die from first if you didn't have supply of it? And the answer, after air, which you can't control too much of, is water. So the first step in the process of going off grid with regard to water is buffering the supply. So should the supply run out, should there be an issue with supply, you want a certain amount of storage of water to carry you through that time. Then secondly, you need to think about, if that supply entirely ended, can you source your own water? So we've got solar panels that are driving a borehole pump, so that's great. As long as there's sun, we can pump water. But then we need to pressurize that storage, that supply. So off the storage, the water's got to make its way to places of use. Now, how do you pressurize that? We've got a pressure pump, so that's another bit of electricity required. So now, where does that power come from? Next question. But also, what if that pump goes out? What we did is we placed one of our storage tanks at the top of our driveway. We are fortunate to the extent that we have a sloping land, that we have some level of altitude differential on our property. That 5,000 liters sits at about 10 meters above the use levels, which means that we get about a bar of pressure in our system. So if our pressure pump fails, we can still introduce, by opening a valve on that tank, about a bar of pressure. Now, 1 bar of pressure is better than nothing, but it's not enough pressure to service certain needs. As an example, our tiny house sits at higher elevation on the property and has a gas geyser. That gas geyser needs a minimum amount of pressure to function, to ignite and start heating water. Now, 1 bar is not enough for that. So are we fully off grid? The answer is yes and no. In some areas, we'll have enough water pressure to flush toilets and have a shower, but in other areas, we won't. I really do think that half the battle is won by looking at how you consume and being critical of the appliances and things that you utilize. As hard as it is, we have definitely boarded the passively powered, proverbially speaking, train and are fully committed to lowering our negative impact on this planet.